Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Create Above and Beyond. Glad you could join us today. If you guys are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and if we could try to hit 5 likes on this video, I'd be very much appreciated. It really helps out the channel a lot. It kind of helps with the YouTube algorithm and get this video shared out to more people. Please also share the video on social media if you wouldn't mind. And yeah, that's the intro. Let's get into what we're going to be working on today. And that's what we're going to be basically doing is more of our laser experiments. So in between episodes, I went out and spent a lot of time on gathering all the regens, all the different types of items that we're going to need for testing and to get out what we need so that we have, whoop, I didn't mean to turn that around. That we can run it through the centrifugal separator and figure out if we have the right combination of regens. I also did create some Redstone Accelerator. So what this does is one of the correct regens in an incorrect spot will not be consumed. So this allows us to kind of save on some of the regens that we're using. This is going to be more crucial on these materials down here. I don't have a lot of emeralds. I have a lot of diamonds, so diamonds are not a problem. What else do I have a lot of? I think emeralds are going to be the biggest one. Yeah, so it's just these two chests. I did put the catalyst up in this one, so we have the igneous like we did in the last one, which was all like the stones or the cobblestone type stuff. So so what we're going to be working on first is the herbal, and I think I have a pretty good plan of what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start off with some of the higher, like what we have a lot of, and just process 4 at a time. And that should give us an idea of what, if one of these are in the right spot or not. Now, of course, we're not going to know, but we'll find out if they even exist in this scenario at all. And if we get some glowstone, that's even more of a benefit. So we're going to go ahead and get through and get all of these done today. So if you're not too excited about watching and figuring out the solution with me, just I guess wait till the next episode. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Something we have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one shot, and we need to run a yield. So I'm going to just do these for each one of these, and then we'll go back through and test the yield after the fact. You know, actually, I should probably just process them so that we know if one is all 4. So I'm going to just go ahead and write these down. So goldenrod, and that's 4 times. And then the next one was azure, and that's 4 times. And then the next one was olive. All right, so let's go ahead and process these. So we just place them in here, and this is just going to tell us if we have, again, redstone tells us that we have something, we have the right item. Glowstone is meaning that we have the correct location and item, and then ash means these just don't work at all. So goldenrod, we're not even, this is no goldenrod whatsoever in this, which is good, because then we can rule this out whatsoever, or this completely. So 0. So I do have a notepad here, and I'm writing this down. And the next one is 0 as well. And I'm just hoping that we're gonna grab one that has the most, the easiest that we can harvest or get. Because I'm not sure if we have to create multiple these catalysts, if they'd get used up. Okay, so we do have an olive. So 1 glowstone. So we don't know what the position is, but we do know that we have an olive and we have an ash. So let's go ahead and do our orange. And let's go ahead and do these ones as well. Come on, there we go. Feel like we're doing science project here. So let me write down these. Orange. And then the next one is fuchsia. And then the last one was crimson. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the orange one in first. So this process is a little bit different. It might use up more resources than... Oh, so we got 2 glowstone here. 2 glow. So we definitely know that we're going to have orange and olive, which is good. We just got to find out what the next one is, and that's going to be one of these 2 for sure. So we definitely have a duplicate of these. And we already got our last one. So the fuchsia is going to have 1 glow. Okay, so we know which ones they are. So I'm going to go ahead and place these back. Is it in here? And the last one we didn't even do. Right, so we could technically, let's just run this through. It's going to come back as all 4 negatives, but that'll be fine. And then we'll throw the ash in here. And then we'll keep the glowstone, so just so we have an idea. Okay, so we have 1 olive, one of the fuchsia, and 2 of the orange. So I think we're just going to go ahead and do something along this line. So we're going to do olive. I got to write this down. Orange. Orange. And fuchsia. And we're going to see... We're going to see here what direction... I mean, what if we have the correct order or not. So let's go ahead and back up, let that hit, and we're going to run this through. And I hope, well, first of all, we didn't get the catalyst, so we know it's not exactly, we don't have it in the right positions, but we're going to find out what we have. Okay, so that is the incorrect positions. We got glowstone on it because we know that they're somewhat. So we know, for instance, orange is not in the middle, so we know that they're going to be on the outside. So that's a fact. That's 100% fact. And then we just got to know which direction these go in. And this should basically either work, which I think we have to reverse it. I don't think this will give us the... Hold on one second. Let me write this down. Not for the purposes of this one. If we have to redo this again, I want to have it written down so that we can make them again. And that's the reason, because I mean, to create, so we can create other elements using these regens or whatever they're called. So okay, so it is reversed. They are turned around. So we'll know now that orange is on the outside, which we don't have a bunch of orange. And then fuchsia and olive are switched around. So olive here, and then fuchsia there. And that should do it for us. There we go. We got it. So let me go ahead and write this down. So we have that. So orange, olive, fuchsia, and orange. So we have the herbal done. That's great. We're going to place that up in here. So we can use these catalysts. That's what I was trying to say before, not regens. And we can actually use them to construct other minerals that we need. So like here, for instance, we can make goldenrod using stone and granite. Same thing with andesite and gabbro, we can make fuchsia. So if we need more of certain things, we can. We just have to put them in a mixer and have them heat it, which is not a problem. We can definitely do that fairly easily. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away. And you can see what I've used here to convert them. Just FYI, the cornflower, it took me a long time to find out where that was. I had to go and find a, I think it was called a sunflower, or, what was it, sunflower plain? Oops. I want my map, actually. It was over here. Yeah, it was like some, yeah, sunflower plain or something. But there was a ton of sunflowers over here. And that's where I've ended up finding what we needed. Okay, next one is gunpowder, nether, all these things. Another thing, we don't have a lot of slime balls. So that's going to be interesting. We'll have to keep track of which ones we have complete. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to do gunpowder, which we have a ton of gunpowder, so it's not really that big a deal. Let me write this down. So we are running the volatile. One, two, three, four, five, six. I'm just going to do 6 of them here. And this is going to be gunpowder. Nether wart. That was quick. Let's wait on the obsidian, because we don't have a ton in blaze. We don't really have a ton of all these. Just an FYI, where I got the prismarine, I actually bought them. So I used some of the silver to buy them. Might as well just do the obsidian. I can always get more obsidian. And we'll start off with these 3 first. So we'll go with the gunpowder, let that go. I'm going to write down the nether wart here. And then the next one was obsidian. Oh, we've got one. So 1 glow, stone, dust. So that's good. So 1 dust and 1. So gunpowder is actually good, because that's going to be really, really cheap. I was kind of hoping that it would be more gunpowder, because we were making that, you know, passively. Oh, and we have nether wart. That's actually not another good one. That's a good one we have. And these are random. This is not going to be the same for you if you're doing the same thing here. So just FYI, if you are deciding to follow exactly what I'm doing, it's not going to be the case. Just let you know. I wonder if we could probably set up another farm, or obsidian farm, sorry, if we had to. Let's just hope it's not blaze. I guess that's not the end of the world. Let's just hope it's not blaze. Slime would be not a very good idea. Well, any of these are not going to be good, but it's going to be one of them or 2 of them. These all could be independent or individuals. Okay, so no blaze. Watch it be the prismarine, and we don't have a really good source for that. Which is gonna kind of suck. Oh, yep. So it's gonna be 1 of each. Oh, that doesn't go in there. That goes in here. So we know for sure this is going to be 1 of them. I'm just gonna run it just to have everything. Okay. So let me finish writing these things down. So we do have the blaze. We did that one. And then the next one was slime. I don't know if we can automate the slime. And then this was prismarine. So those are going to be items that we're going to be buying for sure if we have to make more of these. Okay, so that's so we have 4 that we're going to need. So we can go ahead and put these other ones back. So the obsidian, that one. And we can throw those in there. Okay. And I guess we can get rid of these as well, because we already know that these are the ones that we're going to need. So I'm going to say it's one of each of these. So I got to write this down. So gunpowder, nether, so slime, and 1 prismarine. So just so I know. Okie dokie, so 1 of each location, and I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do. I'm just going to start in this order. And so we're going to do gunpowder, nether, slime, and there's a prismarine, but I'm just going to put aquatic. Now this one's going to be a little bit more tough since we have their individual. They're not going to really... this definitely was not it. Definitely not going to help us. I should have put a redstone in there that would give us the regen back. Okay, so we got 1 in the right spot. We don't know which one it is. Fantastic. Right. So I guess what we'll do is we'll keep the gunpowder, and then we'll just mix the 2 middle ones up. Well, actually, well, we don't know if it's gunpowder or not. So we'll know if any of these are... Well, actually, let's do this. We'll switch them all up. And then we know if we get 1... I guess it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be either. Slime. Aquatic. And nether. I should really speed that up a little bit. Okie dokie, that was definitely not it. Let's grab those out so that we don't get anything mixed up here. So 1 glowstone. So I'm guessing we were right with the gunpowder, because we had 1 glowstone on both of these. It's possible that we moved another one into the correct spot, and gunpowder was a red one, but I'm just gonna stick with the gunpowder. So let's go. Well, let's confirm that. So we'll just run these in reverse order. Maybe what we'll do is we'll throw one of these in there just to see how they work. So slime was definitely in the right location, right? So that's okay. One of the correct regens in the incorrect slot will not be consumed. So slime was in the incorrect. One of the correct regens in the incorrect. Okay, so slime was in the incorrect. So slime is definitely not in the second one. So we can not second one. I gotta write this down again. So aquatic, slime, which we had slime in this one as well. Nether, and then gunpowder. This one's a little bit more tough, for sure. So we got another... Okay, so we got another glowstone, or another glow. So we know that slime is not in the second. So let's do the third. What if we do gunpowder here? We haven't done the aquatic in the second, and have we done the nether? We have done the nether in the last one. We've never done the nether in the first. In the gunpowder we have done in the last. So let's switch this up. So it could be gunpowder in the last, and nether here. Let's give it a shot. Oh, I forgot to put the redstone in there. Dang it. Nether, aquatic, slime, and gunpowder. Well, we'll know that the slime possibly might be in the right location. But if I would have put that redstone regen in there, we would have been a little bit better off. Oh yeah, we would definitely been better off because we have no idea now still. Dang. Okay. I've got to start a new line here. So slime, I think we put in the third. So let's do slime first. Right, and then we'll try the aquatic second. The nether third. The gunpowder last. Well, let's see. Have we run the gunpowder twice last? No. Have we run anything else? Or no, we have run the gunpowder last twice. So the last one had gunpowder. We've run slime in the third twice. And we've run gun in the first twice. So I'm kind of guessing maybe the aquatics is going to be first, because in all the locations, well, let's just run this one here quick and we'll throw that in there. Really? It's going to give us slime back again. So, okay. That's good to know. That means slime is not in the first. Slime, nether, and then gunpowder. So I'm gonna mark slime off in the first. Let's get this in here. Hopefully we get some more glowstone. I know we're gonna get one. Oh, we got 2 glowstone. Okay. So we've run, have we run guns? Okay, so nether and gun we've run together in on test 9 at the last 2. The slime is definitely not in the right location, so it can't be first and second. So have we, so maybe we run aquatic. We have run aquatic. That means gun is not last. The slime cannot be second. No, slime could be third, actually. So I'm guessing slime let's do slime third. And then gunpowder last. And then... So we had aquatic first before, and we've had gun, so maybe that's not the correct. This makes it really interesting just to get your brain wrapped around these things and have some inductive reasoning of how all this goes. Do we have nether second? I don't think we ever did nether. Yeah, we did the 7th, or so the first one we did was nether. So let's run nether, and then oh, we already have a gunpowder. Aquatic. Okay, and then we'll throw another one of these redstones in here. Okay, so aquatic was not in the right location. That's a good sign. So aquatic is not in the first. We have nether, slime, and gunpowder. Cool. That helps. I'm glad it wasn't just slime again. Oh, none of them in the right location. Okay, so we can cross some things off then. So for sure, gun is not in the right location. Slime definitely could not be. Slime can't be second, and nether. Of course, none of them can be in the right location. Okay, so I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to try to figure out what I can, what order needs to go, and I'm going to bring you back once I think I have an idea. All right, I think I figured this out. So it's going to be gunpowder first, then nether third, then slime last, and aquatic. This should be it right here. That's it. Aha, we did it. Okay, let's put these back. And we can cross this one off the list. Perfect. Took a little bit of figuring, but we got through it. All right, so the next one is going to be crystalline. Whoa. Let's get rid of these. Do I have any more in here? No. Okay, so along the same lines, let me go ahead and get this category down here. All right, and I'm just going to go through the same process of what I was doing before, is just doing one of each to see if this is functioning. You know, I was thinking if we use the red and we do something like this, for instance, is that going to help us? Like, it'll give me one back if it's in the wrong location. Okay, so these four, none of them were right. So that tells me that these four doesn't exist. So we can do, say, sulfur? Oops, I gotta turn that off before it goes off on me again. All right, so we know that these four are off the table. So let's go ahead and put them away. Oh, the arcane. I hope it's not the arcane. I hope it's not the arcane, because those are so... They're a pain to get. I don't know if I can even buy them. You can't make them. Okay, so let me let me go ahead and write this down. So Arcane was the first one. The second one, so I'm just gonna write this down just so we have it. Man, I was wishing it was Appetite, because we can get a million of those, or like any of the Nether, or Certus, and Nitric is not so bad, and then the third one is gonna be Sulfur. All right, let's run these through. Dang. Watch this one be all four, or not all four, but it's definitely gonna have one. I want to be surprised if this one gets me anything. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely one. So that's not too bad. That means we only need one of these for something. Let's run this one through real quick. And so this is definitely going to be 1 and 3 then. Oh no. Then why did I do something wrong? That had 2 glowstone in it. What? I am so confused now. Interesting. Okay. Something that I was not aware of. Okay, so no sulfur. So we can go ahead and put sulfur back, but we need these guys back. I'm just going to set these aside because we're not going to be able to utilize those. We have to retest these ones. So why was this not... It says a correct regen in the incorrect slots. Is it because there was more than one that didn't give me one back? It's possible. So let's just figure out which is which. We'll do it one at a time because it might just end up being... one of these. Yep, so that has 1 glowstone. So we know for sure... We know Appetite, for instance, is going to be number 1. We know that for a fact now. I think. How do we come to that conclusion? So when we ran the second one, it was Appetite. What was the other one? Nether quartz, Certus quartz, in the nitric. So, and we got 2 glowstones, and I just run Appetite on all 4. I guess Appetite doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be in the first one. Oh, let's, it had a glow, or had 1 glowstone. All right, let's see what we got here. And we've got 2 glowstone. Okay, so we've got all our regens. It's going to be these first 3. And... which isn't too bad. The arcane really kind of sucks. Not going to lie. Let's put those away. And then we can put these ones away. All right, so we just need to find out which of these In what location? So if we had two nether quartz, let's go with nether quartz in the second and third. Let's do apatite first and then run the arcane last, and then let's put this in there just to see. So nether quartz is not in the right location. So let's mark that. Apatite. And then we have oh, so one of the nether quartz is not in the right location. Ew. Nether and then arcane. So we'll know more once we have this processed. Okay, it's processed. We have 2 glowstone. So we know one of the nether's not in the right location. But one possibly could be. So let's go ahead and switch up the nether to be the 3rd and say the 4th. And then the apatite, I want to keep the apatite the same location, and then we'll put the arcane 2nd. And let's put another one of these in here. So arcane's definitely not in the spot that I put it in, and that was the 2nd location. And then we'll just find out once we run this through. All right, so we got, again, 2 glowstone. But we do have an understanding that arcane is definitely not in the 2nd. And 2 of the items in the right location. So it's possible that one of the... so apatite, it's possible the apatite's in the right location, and one of the netherites are in the right location. So definitely not want to put arcane. So let's confirm our apatite, maybe. Or no, hold on. I want to put arcane last. Let's put our netherite here and here, and then our apatite in the very end. And then we'll run this again, see if this will give us a little bit more information. So again, arcane is not in the right location. And where do we put arcane? Arcane is not last. That's good to know. So I did nether quartz, and apatite. Okie dokie. Let's run this through. All right, so we only got 1 glowstone that time. All right, that's interesting. So we mixed it up a little bit. I'm wondering if this will give me an idea what we currently ran through. So let me go ahead and kind of just look over what we have and see if something will work. It's definitely possible that the apatite is first, because then we only had 1 glowstone now instead of versus 2, and yeah, okay. Give me a second here. I'm gonna just kind of look at things and see where we're at. Okay, so I think. Let me sleep real quick. I think I have it figured out. I think it's going to be apatite, nether, arcane, nether. So we're going to run that through once I sleep. Okay. So I got everything. I got apatite, nether, arcane, nether. We'll see if that is not the combination. Hopefully it is. It is. That's it. All right. So we got that figured out. We can put everything back. I do have this marked down, so let me star that one. I'll put our glowstone away in that. Okay, so we got the crystalline. The next one is going to be these items, and we have a bunch of these, so this one's going to be, you know, I'm not worried about this. This is the one I'm worried about the most. So let me get everything written down, and I'll bring you back once I start setting this up. Okay, I went ahead and did every single one of these because, I mean, we have a ton of these resources. I didn't write these down, but I'm going to quickly write them down. Nickel, and then we did lead. The next one is iron. Gold. And, oh, last one was copper. Now, we're going to be hoping for copper, because that's going to be the one that's going to have the easiest one we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and process these, and I'll bring you back once I have them done. Correction, iron would probably be the best one. Iron, or lead. We had a lot of lead, but iron we actually make automatically. Oh, this one has 2. What is this? Nickel. That's not too bad. So we actually have 3 already done. Let me finish this. I'll be back. So here is our results. So we have zinc, 2 nickel. I'm just writing these down. Nickel, and then we have gold. And I was kind of hoping for something that we can easily obtain. And that's not going to happen. All right. Let's throw these in here. Lead, iron, and copper. Throw those in there. All right, so now this is the fun part. Trying to figure out what range that we're going to be going in. So nickel, we're going to have 2. So let's just go ahead and break these into 2, just so that I don't forget that we have this is doubled. And I'll leave them up there. So I'm just going to do zinc, nickel, and then gold. And then we'll put one of these in there just so we have an idea of what we're going to be getting out of here. It would have been nice if we had it at the very beginning. So nickel's definitely not going to be in the second section here. So we'll take the nickel out. And we kind of had an idea that that was going to be the case. Why don't we speed this up a little bit? I built one of these upgrades to make things go a little bit quicker. Okay, so we have a 0 on this one. So 8. We're on our 8th one. So we know that zinc can't be in the first one, nickel can't be in the second or third, and gold can't be in the 4th. So that's actually a good start. I'd rather it be that way, because now we know that nickel has to be on the outsides. So we know already those are the 2. We just got to know the 2 inside sections. So we'll do this, and that we should be actually pretty close to getting this. That's it. We got lucky on that one. Sweet. So gold here, zinc. I think this was zinc, right? And then nickel. Perfect. So we can add that to our list. You know what? I never wrote this down. What? I'm gonna have to go back, I hope. It would be nice if it would tell me. I'm gonna have to go back through my video and write that one down so that we know what that was. Ah, crap. I think it was gold, but I don't want to guess. So it was gold and then zinc, or zinc then gold. Here, let's just run this real quick, or I'm going to run this real quick just so that I have this right now. Gold, nickel, and 1 zinc. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and just did the lapis, the diamond, and the cinnabar, because we have a lot of those. So those are going to be the first three that we're going to do. So let's just do the lapis first. So we have 2 lapis. That is amazing. So 2. We got 2 of those. That is awesome. So let's get this set up right. I was so hoping for that. And then diamond. Not hoping for this one. Dang. We got a diamond. Shoot. Oops. Wrong one. Diamond. That's not too bad. I mean, we can get diamond. Just was not hoping for that. And then this one is cinnabar. No cinnabar. All right. Let's just hope that it's not emerald, because emerald would take us a million years. So I'm going to go ahead and try those ones and see what happens. I'll be right back. Okay, actually, what I'm going to do, I think this will save us a little bit of the regents, is I want to put the lapis in because we know we have 2 of those. And we're going to do 1 diamond because we do have a little bit more. So if we get all 4, like red or redstone, we'll know that for sure it's emerald. And I am going to use a redstone regent here. And I'm going to write this down. So give me a second here. I will analyze it and I'll be right back. The results are that emerald is not on the list. Yes. But we do have a glowstone. So 1 glowstone. So we have one item in the correct location and then 2 redstone, which means 2 of the items are correct. And knowing that we have 2 lapis and 1 diamond, emerald would only work if everything worked out. So we can go ahead and cross emerald off the list. Let's just get emerald out of here. Thank goodness. We have sapphire and ruby yet to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to change this up just a little bit. I'm going to try putting lapis in the 3rd. And then the sapphire, and then we know diamond. We'll put the diamond maybe last. Actually, no. Let's put the sapphire last. Let's just kind of mix it up a little bit. This will help out with kind of figuring if. Oh, I forgot to put the regent in there. Crap. Okay, let me analyze this. Write this all down, and I'll bring you back with the results. All right, so sapphire's off the table. We got 3 red on that one, which means we have 3 of them are correct, but they're not in the right location. So we know lapis, for instance, is not in... Lapis is not in the first one, and most likely lapis is going to be in the 2nd slot. Most likely. So that's a good thing to know. So we can put sapphire away. So we are going to be pretty sure that it's going to be ruby. So we have these 3 items. We can clean this up now. Perfect. It's just going to be what is which. So we know lapis, for instance, is going to be, there's going to be 2. There's a diamond, and then there is also going to be a ruby by factor of elimination. We know, for instance, that diamond is not going to be in the 2nd spot, and lapis couldn't be in the 3rd spot either, which that's fine. And sapphire is not part of the deal. So we just got to make sure that we can put, say, lapis in the 2nd and last, and then we'll put the diamond in the 1st and the ruby in the in that spot there, and we'll use our thing here, and hopefully we get lucky here. We don't get lucky. So ruby, so diamond, lapis, Ruby and lapis. So we know ruby cannot be in the third slot. So we got 2 correct. And we know that ruby can't be there. So I want to think. Oh, did I figure that lapis was in the wrong spot? Oh no, it could have been. Okay, so let me figure this out. And I'll bring you back in. Just give me a moment. Okay, just to confirm my suspicions and just kind of rule things out. So we have ruby, lapis, lapis, diamond. So we know I'm almost 100% sure that lapis is going to be second. And lapis could be last, based off our last one. And then I'm going to put diamond though last because we did have a 2. Oh no, diamond. Hold on. Diamond. Diamond, I don't think diamond could be last. Diamond can't be last. So let's switch ruby around. Ruby could be last though. Okay, I think this is right now. I think ruby would have to be first, lapis, then diamond, and then lapis again, and then we'll run the redstone accelerator in there. That's what it was. Haha. Nice. Alright, so we got that written down. And we have that one done, and I think that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I did that a bunch of times. Now, the final code. If this is unlocked, you have gathered catalysts of every category. This ultimate catalyst is now a combination of 4 of the catalysts, much in the way the catalysts are found the way. Okay, so we're going to have to create a couple of these because I'm assuming that these are going to be used up. I don't think they get used up when we create things, but we're going to have to use the 6 that we have and find the combination, which is going to be interesting. Let's just go ahead and just double check this. I'm just going to put these 4 in here, and let's go ahead and throw this one in here. And we'll throw that in there and just see what happens. And I mean, since we have everything already figured out, I should probably write down the correct orientation of each one of these. But this will kind of give us an idea. Now, some of these could be double, which is going to cause us issue. Not really issue, but it's going to make things a little bit more tough. But we'll figure out first which ones are the correct. And hopefully they don't get used. If they don't get used, then it's going to be, you know, really, really easy to figure this out. But I'm assuming they're going to get used. Let's go ahead and clear out everything. We only have these 2 left. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Hold on. Maybe I should write these down. I don't know what the end results are going to be. So we're going to do gemstone. And then we have metallurgic, crystalline, and then volatile. And that's going to be our first one. That was definitely not it. Okay. So it gives us 1 back. Okay, so basically the same thing. We're going to lose him. We're going to lose things. But we got volatile back. So volatile is definitely not on 4. So we can rule that one off. And we'll throw this in. We'll see what we get out of it. So we have 2 redstone. So we know 2 of them are correct. And we know, for instance, volatile is one of them because it's the correct one, but just in the wrong location. So I think what I'm going to have to do now, I'm going to have to go through and make more of these, more of these up. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll bring you back in once I have that all done. The episode's getting quite long here, but I do want to get to this last final code. What is this? The Silicon Regen. Armed with a chaos crystal, you will find all manners of transmutation pairs among the regen above. Simply put the chaos crystal and a few jars of one regen. The transmutation is lossy into the hopper cart and find a different regen returned after activating the laser. Mind that the crystalline or the catalyst is never consumed in the process, so we can basically use the same thing over and over again to create this regen. One of the regen should lead not to another known one, but to the regen of silicon. If this turns out to be one that is reasonably accessible, you can consider choosing this path of production over the main one. Okay, so this won't be used up, right? So the catalyst won't be used up, but if we have a way of, like, if it turns out to be something really simple, simply put, in a few jars of one regen. So we do have to use a regen. So we have to figure out what regen is going to work. So if it's like cobblestone and this catalyst, then it's like we can make just ton of these things, but we're gonna have to figure out how we can make a bunch of these or automate this as well. I'm thinking. So let me bring you back once I have everything. I'm gonna have to label or write everything down. I'm gonna have to get all the regens or multiple catalysts for each one so that we can go through the same process. And I think we have enough of everything that we should be able to do it right from here. So give me it's gonna be a second for you guys. But I want to get at least in this episode to get the final code, and then we're gonna have to go through and discover what regen it is after the fact. So I'll be back. Okay, so I spent some fair bit of time, and I got some of each. Now I could definitely add more, but we're going to I think what we're going to do first is to figure out which ones are going to be part of this, and then we're just going to do the 4. That's why some of these, like the crystalline, I didn't do 10 of them, but each one of these we're going to do run 4 without the redstone, and I think that should help. Besides the crystalline, because we already know that. No, I'm sorry. Besides the volatile, so we already know what the volatile is. It's already part of it. I don't know about these other ones, and so that's what we're going to be doing here. Is we're just going to be running. Actually, you know what? I wonder we should just run one of each. That doesn't really specify if they exist, right? This is kind of expensive to do this, but I think this is going to be the best way to determine if they're going to be in here or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these all processed. Oops, I gotta turn this on. And you can't do this stack at a time either. I found out the hard way. You have to do each one of these individually. That gemstone is going to be a little bit expensive, but I guess we could have waited to do those, but it is what it is. All right, I'm going to pause the video for just a second. I'm going to write these down so that we know, for instance, volatile is going to be in here. We just don't know about these other ones. So I'll be right back. Once I have everything written down, we'll process these. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and process these up, and we'll find out which ones. Okay, so metallurgic 0. We can forget about the metallurgic. We can, in igneous, we can forget about. Herbal, we can forget about. Oh boy. We have gem and crystalline. That's not good. Gemstone. It's probably going to be a bunch of them. No gemstone. And crystalline. There we go. 2 gems. And 0 redstone. So this isn't bad. This means I'm gonna write a 7th. We already know what it is. It's the volatile, and that's also gonna have 2 gemstones. Okay, we are down to. It's actually very good. This is very good. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep. So we just got to figure out which positions each one of those are. And we know, for instance, that the volatile is not going to be in the last one. Okay, volatile and the crystalline, right? I'm not really happy about that. This is the metallurgic. That goes there. Herbal, I think was herbal. No. Crystalline. Or that's gemstone. This is gemstone. Okay. So I'm not super excited about the crystalline one being here, but it is what it is. Okay. All right, so we're gonna need 2 of each. So why don't we just start off like this? I'm gonna have to make some more crystalline, but we're gonna put the Redstone Accelerator in there. So we know that the crystalline, right? We did crystalline. I'm writing this down. And then volatile. Or no, we did volatile. Sorry, we did volatile. Oh boy, good thing I know what I'm doing, right? I'm just gonna abbreviate them. Okay, so the crystalline we got back, which means it's in the one of them is in the incorrect location. So let's go ahead and process this one, and hopefully we'll have some glowstone. So we have 2 glow and 2 red. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna go ahead and create some more of the crystalline, which is just gonna take me a little bit of time. We got 1 now. But yeah, so I'll be back once I have these all produced. I don't know what the best way of doing this. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so I got the crystalline. I got 9 of them. I should have made 8, but I don't know why I made 9. So we know, for instance, let's go grab our redstone, that the crystalline is not exactly going to be in the possibly the last 2. One of the last 2 is not correct. We got 2 glowstone, which means 2 of them are in the right location. So if that's the case, hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. So I think what we're gonna do is so we got 2 crystalline. I'm just trying to think here. If we had 2 glowstone on the crystalline, and one of them is in the, or we got one of the crystalline is in the wrong location, and 2 of the glowstone in the right location. It's possible that one of the crystalline and one of the volatile in the right location. So what if it's crystalline, volatile? I'm gonna write this down. I guess if you don't have to wait. So it just is Nope, that definitely isn't it. So crystalline is in the wrong location. So again, that doesn't really help us too much because it doesn't. But we did get a crystalline back. So let's go ahead and run this through. So we got same thing, 2 glowstone, 2 redstone. Wow, that's really weird. Okay. Oh, I think I know the answer is. I think I know the answer. Because the only things that didn't change... well, it could be possible 2 answers. It could be this right here. Let me think here. I had it right in my head. So we had 2 glowstone, 2 glowstone on the last one, and then this one, which means let me pause the video here while I'm working it out in my head, because it's going to take me just a little bit, probably like 10 minutes to figure this out. So I'm going to just kind of cross everything off in my head and see if we can do an educated guess on this, and I'll bring you back and explain what I figured out. Okay, actually it didn't take 10 minutes. I believe this might be right. So we have volatile, crystalline, crystalline, volatile. We are going to run this with a redstone. Hopefully this works. That was not it. Shoot. Volatile, crystalline, crystalline, volatile. And it's saying again, one of the crystalline is wrong. So it can't be, so crystalline can't be in the 3rd slot. So we ruled that out. So 100% crystalline can't be there. Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. Let's get rid of those quick. They're all in the wrong spot. Oh, crap. Okay, that's probably a good sign. That is probably a good sign. So if they're all in the wrong spot, that means they have to be the reverse of what I have. So it's, okay, so this is it. It's crystalline, volatile, volatile, crystalline, and that's it. That is for our seed. This playthrough, that's what it is. This has got to be 100%. I'm almost 100% certain of it. That's it. Dun, 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 dun. That's what it is. What it is. All right, so I'm gonna put this down here. Let's mark this off, and then I'm gonna write this on after we're done here, because I want to try this out. So that is going to be the solution. I have it marked down. I will write this down as well. It looks like we have some pillagers over there. I keep on seeing them bouncing. But I'd like to figure this out. So this is not going to be consumed. So obtained by finding the correct combination of the 4 catalysts with the alchemic coal laser. Blah. Occupy the first 4 slots of the hopper with one catalyst each. Run the alchemic laser on the contents. Okay. That's fine. So how do I use this? Running the chaos catalyst with any amount of 1 regent through alchemic laser will transmute the regent to another. Transmutation pairing is okay. So any number, it says. So if we go ahead, let me go ahead and sleep. Hopefully we don't get attacked here, because I want to try to end the video. This is a very, actually not very long, but it's longer than I would want it to go with. But I want to try something out here. We want, I guess it doesn't really matter which we go with. I just want to try one with the, like, cobblestone. Do we not have these in there? Or no, we don't. Actually, this is supposed to be in here. That's all right. What can we try? Gunpowder, maybe? Where's my gabbro? Okay, yeah, we'll grab half a gabbro and let's just try this out. Now, I hope we don't lose this. That would really suck. I don't think we do. I don't think we lose it. And it said any amount. Whoa. Oh, that changed it. It changed it back. But a loss, right? Interesting. Okay, can I change it back, though? Yeah, bro. Did I only grab 8? I might have only grabbed 8. No, I think I grabbed more than 8. Okay, so that is very interesting. So we need to find one that is going to transmute into our Silicon Regen. So one of these... okay, we already know Gabbro is not it. We can try that one, that one. I'm just gonna grab like one of each. Not necessarily meaning that any of these are going to be it. It could be any of the other ones that we created beforehand. We already have nickel, orange, olive, fuchsia. Oh, we already have orange, ruby, lapis, diamond, and then apatite, another quartz. Yeah, we'll just do this like so. I already have apatite, another quartz, arcane. There we go. So we just need to try each one of these. We'll try slime. That gives us aquatic. I should probably write these down, but I'm not going to. I'll do that in between episodes. So that's nether. So that'll be our nether wart. Oops. Where'd it go? Diorite. Gunpowder. Goes zinc. Oh, it destroyed it. They're nothing, apparently? Oh, okay. Okay, so some of these do not have anything. That is good to know. So slime, I think, is going to get destroyed. Yep. Nickel. Orange. Oh, wait. What is going on? What, they have a chance to get destroyed? Oh, boy. Gunpowder. Yeah, some of these have a chance to get destroyed. Nickel. Olive. That's stone. Lapis. Gold. Nether. Nether quartz. Nothing. Arcane. Nothing. Oh, we already did nether quartz. Apatite. Nether quartz. Diamond. Obsidian. Lapis. I think we already did that. Goes to gold. I think gold right here. Ruby. Granite. Fuchsia. Nothing. Okay, dokie. So we haven't tried iron. We haven't tried lead. Hopefully it's none of these difficult ones to get. We haven't tried copper. Sulfur. Nitric. Certus quartz, I don't believe we tried. Blaze. Obsidian turns into diamond, right? Let's actually try that once. Let's turn you on. Obsidian turns into diamond? Yes, it does. So we can get diamond from obsidian, which is really cool. We'll throw a diamond on there. All right. So blazing, basalt, Certus quartz, nothing. Lead, andesite, iron. Please be iron. Nope. Cinnabar, copper. Oh, copper is going to be either nothing or, yeah. Sulfur, sulfuric, nothing, and nitric gabbro. Oh, kidahookie. Let's dump these off into here. And then we're going to go ahead and test these out. Because these might be... We already did that one. Sulfuric, nitric, we already did those. We did those ones. The only one we haven't done is emerald. Ouch. Hope it's not emerald. Or sapphire. What's my luck that that's going to be what I have? So goldenrod, still kind of a pain to get. That's not going to be it. Azure, nothing. Obsidian, oh, we already know obsidian. It goes in the diamond. Crimson. Fuchsia. Emerald. Nothing. Sapphire. Emerald. So sapphire is emerald. Okay, we... Something weird. We did not get what we were looking for. So I am going to have to go back and look and see what we're missing here. We're missing a regent. You know what it is? We don't have silver. It's totally possible that silver is our thing here. Let's go and make a silver ingot. If I don't have silver already in here, I can make one. Yes, I hear you. Let's get rid of that. Let's grab our ingot out here. Do we have silver? This is going to be an issue, actually. Okay, let's put some silver in there. Hopefully we'll have enough enough room. I think so. Free 6 ingots. And that's what, 3 ingots worth? Okay. So silver, now do we have to pulverize the silver to make dust? Yes. So pulverizer, silver. I'll put the money away for now. We're probably going to have to use it. I have a feeling that this is what this is going to be. Which kind of sucks because, well, I mean, actually it doesn't. It's just going to take me a little bit longer to process it all. Because we're going to have to wait for... We're going to have to wait for silver, or to the... everything to happen. No. What? I don't understand. Let me do it one more time. Okay, what am I missing? I'm missing... I did not run through one of these things. Could it be the catalyst? Simple put a chaos catalyst and a few jars of 1 regent. The transmutation is lossy, so meaning it does have a chance for loss. One of the regens should lead not to another known one, but to a regent of silicon. This turns out to be one that is reasonably accessible. Oh, it's dark out. All right, I am going to go ahead and retry this stuff. I guess I'm gonna have to make a list of everything, but the episode's getting a little bit long. I'd like to figure this out before this we're done here. So maybe I'm gonna pause the video, go back through the regents. So I'm guessing it's going to be a regent that we ended up using, like basalt. Did we do basalt? I don't think we did. So I'm gonna go through these and double check, and I'll bring you back once I figure it out. Watch it be copper. That'd be nice. I doubt it. So, I'll be right back. Hopefully we can figure this out in this episode. It'd be really nice. All right, everyone. I'm going to end the episode there. I did not figure it out. I'm going to have to go through every single one and mark them down and then see what the results are for each one of them. So it's going to take me probably a couple hours just to go through, and I don't want to... I'll show you what I did in the last episode, or in the next episode. I'll tell you what the combination was for this particular world, and hopefully you guys have some better success than I do, because it's none of the igneous, which is going to be the rock, so none of the easy ones that we can obtain. So I'm sure it's going to be some of the harder ones. I did find out that I think it was diorite, was it? No, it's not diorite. What was the first one that I grabbed? Makes ruby, which is nice because we can actually reconvert these back into something else. So we can put them into ruby, and then we can just, with no heating, compact them back into ruby. So if we need other resources, this is going to allow us to make resources. It's a little bit of a process to do so, but it will work. But we're going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified when the next episode comes out. And also, please don't forget to hit that like button. We're going to try to hit 5 likes, and if we can, hit 10. So smash that like button. I really, really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot on the channel here. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.